Willie D Live.
What's up, family? An Oklahoma man is lucky to be alive after a woman he invited to his house to Netflix and chill set him up to get robbed. Yeah, fam, check it out.
Speaking out about the terrifying moment when several men tried breaking into his home on Christmas Day. News 4's Abigail Franklin has an update on the search.
Police say multiple men are still on the run after they tried to break into a Newcastle home early Christmas morning, and it was all caught on camera.
They were running back and forth in my front yard trying to figure out how they could penetrate or try to make their arrangements to get inside my house.
Arthur Jones describes the moment as terrifying when several guys tried to break into his home.
I had invited a lady friend to come to my residence and spend some time with me, and we were listening to music, watching videos, and having a few drinks.
But he says that woman and another were plotting to rob him the whole time. Watch as the women go in and out of the home over and over. Then at least 3 men arrive at the door. One woman walks out. She then tells them to go away.
I was getting alerts from my phone that they were going in at my door, and I realized that they were trying to rob me.
The 2 women were arrested, but the men are still on the run.
The subjects had fled prior to the officers' arrival, and they canvassed the area and were able to locate 2 females that were involved, and they arrested them. They are not cooperating.
One man's hope for a relaxing Christmas, now an unsolved crime. In Newcastle, Abigail Franklin, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right, fam. Here we go again. Hey, man, when y'all gonna learn? When are y'all gonna learn? Buddy was out there chasing that tenderoni, and that tenderoni tried to get him set up to be knocked off. Because I'm saying knocked off because when it's a robbery, it can easily turn into a murder. It happens all the time. Dude was like, so I invited this girl to my house with me to chill. Come on, man. He wasn't trying to just chill, bro. He was trying to get out. Well, I mean, go ahead on in a minute, man. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about him. We'll get back to him because I want to use this as a cautionary tale. But this is more so aimed at the women. We can come back to Buddy being attracted to the youngster and the youngster setting him up, and that's what he get. What else would the youngster want out of him but money? Okay, let's stop right there. I get that piece. And if that's what the youngster want out of him, then he give what he got, she give what she got, and that's it. She ain't supposed to be setting Buddy up to rob him and possibly get him killed. That's where she crossed the line. Now, if they're hooking up and she giving what she got and he's giving what he got, and he get caught up in his feelings and all that, she leave him or whatever and drain him dry financially, and then that's on him. That's on him, because he should have saw that coming from a mile away. But setting people up to get robbed and killed, that's where you cross the line. And I'm gonna tell you something. These little girls that's out here playing that game, they're gonna get themselves hurt. In fact, there's already been some girls that got killed for doing stuff like that. Some of them got killed on the spot. Some of them got killed later after the dude got robbed and he survived the encounter. They came back and he hunted her down and killed her. And for what? They set this dude up to rob him. It was at least 4 or 5 of them. It's 2 girls and then at least 2, 3 dudes. What are y'all getting out? How much money y'all gonna get? See, for me, man, I say it's too many ways to get money legally, but if you're gonna do something, why not take some like low risk, like something that has where you have a high chance of getting a bunch of bread and a low sentence if you get caught up. There's all kinds of stuff out there, man. If you just want to be a criminal, there's all kinds of stuff out there that you can do where you can get a slap on the wrist. And you don't have to risk your life. You don't have to worry about watching your back and all this type of stuff, You don't have to stick guns in people's faces and stuff and then find yourself wrapped up in a murder case or in prison for a gang of years, or lying on a slab in the morgue with a wire cut in your chest. See, because oftentimes people, they're ready. See, the odds of people having a gun is much greater than it used to be because everybody's watching people get jacked. They're seeing people pull out these guns and it seems like everybody got a gun. So you almost have to anticipate that somebody else has a gun too. Now, even if you have a switch, even if you got 3 switches, y'all going in to go take care of business. All it takes is like boxing. All it takes is one punch. All it takes is one shot and you dead. You got a switch. He had a 32 and you still got killed. That can happen. I just don't think it's good odds to try to go inside of a door with guns to rob somebody and you don't know what's on the other side of that door. You really don't know what's on the other side of that door. Yeah, the chick feeding them information, but how accurate is that information? Is dude ready? Is he prepared? She may not have that answer. These chicks was foul. Their mamas probably was foul. Their daddies probably was foul too, because that's probably why they out there in the first place. If they had daddies who was involved in their lives in a positive way, they probably wouldn't be out there trying to get dudes stuck up. They wouldn't be doing that type of stuff. But that is a very dangerous, I was about to say profession, but it's not a profession, it's an activity. And it's very, very dangerous. Yeah, buddy, you can say, yeah, he deserved it. Look at him. Ooh, yeah, that's what he get and all that kind of stuff. Family. The man could have died. The man could have got killed. So you saying that you despise age gaps so much that you believe that an older man dating a younger chick should be killed? The jackers were trying to penetrate the home and he was trying to penetrate old girl. But here's the question, fam. This right here, now this is the biggest question of them all. Why are you inviting strangers to your house? Why? Like, you can't do that, man. It's just way too dangerous. And if you do that, if you do something like that, you have to make sure that the stranger knows that other people know that she's with you and that they know your movement. Other people have to know your movement. And it wouldn't be a bad idea if you are going to bring a stranger to your home that you have other people in your entourage. That way, if she do try something, you're not outnumbered. You always got somebody watching. And so it makes it that much more difficult. It's sad that we can't have like these relationships where we can, let's take aside that she's a younger chick, but just in general, we can't have relationships where we just organically meet people and we hit it off and we end up at each other's houses in some type of way, right? We can't just have those type of relationships anymore. There's too many weirdos out there. It's too risky. So you have to be discerning. That small head will get you caught up every single time. Buddy was lucky that he had a strong door and he had some pretty decent instincts. He wasn't all the way there, but his instincts were pretty decent. And I'm not sure he really had a gun because he was yelling out, "Go get my gun, get my gun." And I think that was just to scare the dudes, because if you got a gun, if you got it on you, you should never yell out, "I got a gun," or yell loud enough for somebody to hear you talking about getting a gun. Because now they're going in, if they decide to breach your door, they're coming in cautious. You want them to be slipping the entire way. You want them to come in there bold and confident. So when you hit them, they never saw it coming. Like, they don't even know who hit them. All they know is they got hit, and they out of there just like that. That's how you want to catch them slipping. That's how you want to catch them. You don't want to let them know. You never let your enemy know your course of actions. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.